So this is what the script should look like at the moment, the save load script. So we've got difficulty, batteries, battery power, player health and bullets all set up from the player prefs. Okay, some of you may have had a go at doing the boolean. If you did, fantastic, that's great. All we have to do now is basically just reverse this. Okay, so we've got knife, axe, bat and gun. Alright, so we're going to do it in the start. So we're going to go to if, and it was, player prefs first. Player prefs dot get integer, and the name of it, well, we'll start with knife, and we're saying is equal to a value of 1. Then what we're doing is we're saying save script dot av knife is equal to true, and then obviously we have to reverse that. So Control and C, Control and V. So if knife is equal to 0, then av knife is equal to false. Now let's do that for all the other weapons. So let's just copy this. We need to paste this 3 times. So paste once, paste twice, paste 3 times. Okay, so now we're getting the integer of axe, and it's av axe is equal to true. Axe again, and av axe is equal to false. And then we're getting the bat, so we're setting bat to true if bat is equal to 1. And then we're setting bat to false if the player prefs is showing bat as 0. And then finally it's the gun. Okay, so it's just a simple reversal, that's all. And obviously now it will completely update that save script with your saved values. Now it may very well be that you've played through the game and you haven't actually saved anything. If so, there is no player prefs file. So when it comes to do this, it may very well return a null reference exception. We are going to sort that out. We're going to do that from the main menu. So we're going to check first of all if there is a save script, and we're actually going to run this from the main menu if you have pressed load game. If you haven't pressed load game, then what we're going to do is do this one. So we're going to say if the game will probably be, or rather the boolean will probably be on a file I'm going to call menu script, something like that, which doesn't exist yet. Menu script dot load game is equal to a value of false. Okay, so that's what we need to do. It's obviously turned red at the moment because it doesn't exist. Whenever it's red, we may find some problems there. I'm outside of the start there, so let me just ensure that this goes into the start. There we go. Great, and then obviously what we need to do now is we need to reset the values on the save script if we're not loading. So we need to say player health equals 30, etc. Difficulty equals 1, so let's do that. So we're going to say save script dot difficulty equals 1f. Weapon ID equals 0. Well, in fact, I don't think we need to set that, to be honest. Yeah, let's set it just to be sure. So save script dot weapon ID equals 0. Then obviously we need batteries equals 0. etc. Okay, so basically you need to reset all of these back to the default level, and that's your task. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do that. So battery power has to be reset back to 1, player health equals 30, have knife, have bat, have axe, have gun, all need to be set to false. Bullets need to be set to 8, and save zone needs to be set back to false. Okay, so pause the video now in order to basically put those into that section there. Okay, so that's what this should look like. So hopefully you've done that now. You've got all your save scripts and you've reset all the values back to their original default values, so that the save script will start off pretty much like this. Well, obviously these will be false. This ensures that if you're starting a new game, that you start as the designer intended, basically. Everything runs okay, because basically these public statics, they persist. So if you were, for example, to add a level 2, a level 3, a level 4, the health that you add on level 1 will carry over to level 2. Alright, this script will continue as long as that game is active. Now unfortunately, when you shut the game down, all these values get reset. Alright, so hence why you have to use player prefs to save all those. Now we've said if menu script.load game is equal to false, we obviously need, this is going to happen when it's equal to true, so we need to do that now. So under void start, we're going to say if menu script, which we will create shortly, dot load game is equal to a value of true, then pretty much run all of this. Okay, there we go. So now it will know to restore all of those values if we are loading the game. If we're playing a new game, it will reset all the values back to normal. Okay, so let's save this, and we have to put this somewhere, the save load. So I think the best place to put that is actually the first person player. So let's just click on FPS controller, and I don't think it'll let us put it on there actually. So what do we call it? Save load. Will it? Oh, it has. It's let us put it on there. Normally if you have an error, it usually doesn't let you load a script, but for some reason it has. Okay, so now we need to create this menu script. So in the My Scripts folder, right click, create C# script, and we will call it menu script. Okay, and we can get rid of all of this for now. In fact, no, I'm going to leave those because I think I might use those later. So this is going to be a public static of type boolean that's called load game, and I'll say it's false to begin with. Okay, so the public static, we will be putting this script only on the menu, but the public static will persist into the main game, and it will talk to this save load so that it knows which state to run. Okay, so once we save this, this red error should go away, which it has, and everything should work perfectly fine now. Alright, great. So there are a couple of other things that we need to do in the save state. When you save the game, you want to know if you've killed any enemies. Okay, because you don't want those enemies coming back. And also you want the player to start from the position where he saved the game. Okay, so in the next video, that's what we're going to sort out, just adding those extra elements to the player prefs.